Hello everyone, it's Adam from Scan Pro Audio here again with another Genos 2 video, joined with Simon once again from Yamaha. I thought what we would look at today is quite a lot of the buttons. Let's go straight to the panel on the Genos 2 are assignable. We've got a section up here, we've got a section here. We can also assign things like the pitch bend and modulation, which is quite unique. So, and I want to kind of keep that for another video because it's quite cool.
Okay.
So I thought what we'd look at today is assignable buttons. So we've got the, as I said, we've got the 6 here, the 3 over there.
Yep.
We've got some in the screen as well. We can what can we put in there? And let's look at maybe what people at home might want to assign those buttons to.
Yeah. Okay. So first things first, that there are a lot less buttons on this keyboard than, you know, years ago. The whole panel was full of buttons.
Yeah.
And of course the advance of touchscreen, that's made things a lot easier. But so that they're not covering the whole thing with buttons and you don't know which buttons where, the idea of assigning it is that you can customize it to what you as a player
what you want it to be.
Because, you know, what you might use button A or button D for might be different to what I would do. I've just noticed on your keyboard you've got 6 here, A, B, C, D, E, F, but F is blank.
In there.
Yeah, so that's unassigned. So we could put something in there if you like.
Yeah, okay.
So the quickest way to do it, to get there, would be to press the direct access button, which is here.
Yeah.
And then follow that with the blank button. So if you press that button, it's saying now touch another button, so press the blank one. And
there we go.
In the screen it says no assign. So nothing, that button doesn't currently do anything. So
this screen that we can see now, which is that screen for everyone at home, so this is kind of everything that we can in effect, with the exception of the pitch bend wheel, which we said we'd cover on another video, is all the different sort of areas of the keyboard that we can assign to. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah? So you can see there that F, which was the button that you touched, is currently highlighted with no assign.
Yes. So if you then touch that no assign button on the screen like that, this is where you can choose.
Right, here we go.
Yeah, this is the function that you. Now there are loads. There's loads and loads of things. So this is why it's good that you, as the Genos owner or user, you know, you customize it to how you use it. Now, what I use F for on my keyboard, I use it to bring up the settings that are going to be used for the one-touch settings. Earlier on we had a look at where it shows you the name of the voices.
That's right, yeah, and then you went to the 3 icon at the top, and then you drop down menu, and then so that process to do that in a live situation is a number of button presses there.
That's right.
It'd be a really good idea to put that in. That's a good one. So how do we do that then?
So what we do now is, now we've pressed the direct access followed by the blank key, we would then choose the category that this falls under, which in this scenario is style, and then as you move up and down on the right hand side,
I mean, look at some of these. You can have it an intro and everything. It's great, some of these things you can do. Now
as it turns out, I pressed the wrong one. I pressed style.
No, it's all right. It's okay.
Because I thought it was style, but actually it's a shortcut.
Okay.
So let's do.
Some of these are great.
These are useful.
Registration, bank information.
Yeah, style information. So what I did there was choose the shortcut that I'd like it to do without having to press the menu button, then followed by, maybe it's on the second menu, then go into that style, then this. You can literally just now choose shortcut and then touch style information on the right hand side.
That's it.
And now the button has lit up blue on the panel here.
There. You can now see it's lit up.
So if we go back to the beginning on the home screen here, if you would like to know what these one-touch settings 1, 2, 3, and 4 are, you literally just press F,
and there they are. Brilliant. So that's made that really easy now, hasn't it? So that's, again, you've customized it, you've made it your own. So I like that. I might put that on mine.
Yeah, it's really useful. Yeah, and again, you get used to that being, you know, the button. Another thing you could do is you could assign one of the others. I don't want to mess your settings.
No, honestly, you do what you want to do, because this is the beauty. One thing that I really like about when you've come to do these videos, you've not brought a USB key full of your own stuff that you've loaded in, and we're literally playing a keyboard that's just out of the box. It's on display in our showroom here. You know, so please feel free if you let's check. There's nothing specific in there.
Yeah. So to recap, we will change one of yours. So there's no blank ones left. So we'll press the direct access button followed by A this time.
Yep.
Now at the moment it tells you on the screen that registration bank information. So that's going to show you details of what is in these registrations across the front here. Things like the style, the sound. That type of thing. We're going to change that one now, and we're going to have a look through here to go down. I'm going to find one to do with the microphone, because if you're singing with the keyboard, you might want to turn something on and off. You might want to have a quick a button that you take a break in your performance, or you just want the mic turned off. There's literal switch now on the screen. So now button A, had we had a mic connected in to talk through, that would literally turn on and off just with the mic. It comes up on the screen to confirm talk on and off.
So that's nice and simple. But again, a feature that if you wanted to do that in a live situation, you'd have to maybe pull a slider down to take your mic off, or there's no on and off button. Where maybe years ago there might have been. And it's great that they've managed to say, right, well, no, let's customize this keyboard however you want it, and you can
and the good thing is, once that's set and you've been using that, you think, oh, I just know that button A that's what it does on my keyboard. Now there is a slight extension to that with the mic setting, because that talk on and off for the mic that we just chose is not just a simple switch. I don't know if you know about this, but when you're using a mic with the keyboard, you can preset what you'd like to do with these buttons. The talk function is I mean, we're going slightly off tangent from Assignable.
It's all right.
But what you can do is you can go over here and you can tell it to bring the volume down of the style. Turn off the reverb. Things like that, which is kind of like setting for mic A and setting for mic B.
So if you can imagine it, like you're in you're doing a performance, you might be singing with a microphone. So the first setting might be, your talk setting might be, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Adam, I'm going to sing a song for you now, and it goes something like this. Switch your talk mode off, which then brings in the effects, brings the level of the style up, so it's ready for you to sing. When you finish singing, press it again, and then it will then drop everything down, get rid of the effects. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you like that song.
That's right.
Why didn't you like? Why are you all leaving? Come back, or whatever it might be.
The buffet is ready. So as it turns out, I picked an assignable switch and chose that to do that function. Turns out this keyboard actually has that button already over here. It's a talk button.
It's a talk button up there.
But it just shows the power of, but maybe I don't want to be fiddling around over here with the harmony of the button.
What I like about them though is they are grouped together in quite logical places, because like you said, you've got a button up there, pointing, you can't see it, but up there, which is talk, and then you've got harmony. But you might want your talk button over here, because then the button next to it might be something else. Effects on and off for your mic.
It could even be that this brings up something like the song you're going to play next. Because when we get onto playlist, that'll be interesting. You could have it so that way you're having to go, okay, for my next song, press the talk right over here. And now I've got to go over here.
Absolutely.
So if by having them both together,
it's or the other thing it could be is you could say, right, I've done this before, where I've done a gig, and I announce the song I'm going to play, and then I go, right, I touch my talk button, switch it off to bring my effects in. And then because I get all excited, I start my style and I start playing, and then I realise, I should have pressed the chord looper on. So you might want button B to be a chord looper, so that you know that you want to press A, then B. So that way you'll never ever forget again. Because you're customising it to be your keyboard. So.
And those the way to set them is the same for each one. You just press direct access and go to which one. So B, let's find one. Channel on and off. That's quite useful. Line out, that's good. That might be that you want to switch. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to invite to the stage to play on the bass. You know, whoever. Adam. And at that point, having a quick button there instead of delving into the menu, things like that. Lyrics, you could bring up the lyrics to a song.
There's loads.
I mean, have a little poke around, see what else there is. See what's
we're
there.
on shortcut at the moment. There's the chord looper one that we mentioned before. You could maybe change the split point and the fingering of which chord you're using. Mic setting could be a good one. If you've set in A to be your mic on and off, you might want B to jump straight to a microphone setting page. So that'd be a good one to have. Vocal harmony, of course, on and off. Registration.
Metronome's a good one.
Well, people often ask, you know, a lot of these keyboards now don't have a metronome button on them anymore, and it's because generally that is always, it's similar with Korg. They don't have a metronome button anymore. Why is it? It's because you assign it to a button. So again, it makes perfect sense.
And you just literally tap on there, choose metronome, and now button B is your metronome. Brings up the settings. Yeah,
I like that. That's good. So obviously, as well as having these 6 here, then we've also got 3 on the other side.
That's
as well.
right. Over here, assignable 1, 2, 3. Again, same process. Press the direct access button, and then touch one of those, and it now brings up at the bottom. We've got joystick control. Fade in and out, that's a really good, you know, get to the end, you can't remember the chords for the end of the song. I'll just fade it out. We've all done
Switch my talk on, start talking quickly. I know what you mean.
Rotary, so when you've got your organ sound on, that's set to there. Again, that one's turned off at the moment because we don't have an organ sound. Again, these are assignable. We can have a look at what they are if you want to just tap one of these. So I suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 9 buttons here. That's going to
loads, haven't you? Really,
it's going to cover. I'm going to have a little look down here. What's in the settings? Tap tempo. There's a button there for that. There. There's your parts, effects for reverb, or if you've got a guitarist, reverb or chorus or whatever you want to add. Octave switches. I mean, it goes on and on. There's pages.
It's amazing how many different options there are, and that you can assign. You almost think, oh, maybe 9's not enough, you know. But as well as all that, we can also, if we go back to the screen here, you can see there are assignable buttons. Part on and off is currently highlighted, which is the one that you just selected there, of course. Our assignable buttons, which is the section above that, A through to F, is the buttons that we talked about earlier. You've also got foot pedals. Maybe we can talk more about foot pedals on a later video.
That's quite in depth because the foot pedals, there are 3 sockets, if you like. You can have one for sustain or articulation, volume, do all sorts of sign again those. So I think a separate little video on those would be
we can do that. But then you're at the top there, you've got home shortcuts. So those ones there are quite interesting because this allows you to customize the bottom. If I just come onto that camera, it's actually quite this section at the bottom here. So we've got demo, tempo, live control, vocal harmony, mixer and channel at the moment. But I quite like that it actually gives you the option, if you wanted to assign those. Which is quite unusual, really, because you're almost editing the main screen of the keyboard. So I quite like that. So how do we get into that screen again? Just to recap. So I'm just going to put that camera on there.
So you can go to obviously when we know we're assigning one of these. You'd press the direct access followed by that button.
Any of those.
It will show you there. But if you want to get to this screen that we're showing now from the normal menu up here, you can just press the button up the top right here called menu on page 1, and then there's the assignable just there.
It says
on the
assignable.
Screen.
There we go. And then and then we can just simply, I'm guessing, just tap one of. So like, say with that end one, we didn't want it to be the demo as an example.
Just tap the demo one, and then it's highlighted with a little. You probably couldn't see it's a little orange box.
So that.
And then this is a shortcut, so you could say what I would like to do is take that to voice setting. Because that's a common. This is what these are for, really. If it's a common, you find yourself going to the menu a lot. You know, if it's a common thing you're doing, Why not go?
Well, I think that's the beauty of it, because you know the Genos 2 is a workstation, it's a keyboard, it's it's a scratch pad, it's so many different things. We use, one thing that we haven't mentioned yet, which I think is amazing about the Genos 2, is it's an audio interface. You can literally send audio through USB. So if you're an audio producer, if you're using a sequencer on a computer, you can literally just put a USB in the back, feed it into your computer, and that's it, done. You don't have to buy a little sort of audio interface for hundreds of pounds. It does it for you. So there's all these different uses, and I guess the thing to do is, maybe when you unbox your Genos 2 for the first time, you will learn how you're using the instrument. If you're a singer in a pub that's playing along with MIDI files or singing along with MIDI files or whatever, you're going to want to touch the microphone buttons and the vocal harmony and the effects on. So you might want them assigned. If you're going to be using, if you want to be some kind of an audio producer or whatever, you might want the mute parts for the style buttons assignable instantly. You will learn how you are using the instrument. And it's like we're talking about assigning the foot pedals. You might want to change your registrations or do a fill-in, or so many different things, and that's quite unique. But that voice setting is, I guess, which you've now assigned, which is now in this main screen at the bottom right hand corner. Is that one that you use a lot?
It is, because sometimes you might want to change things to do with arpeggio stuff. You might want to change the filter like we did earlier about whether, in other words, we covered this in a separate video, so check that one out, is to whether you'd like the keyboard to, every time you choose a sound, would you like the keyboard to suggest the best settings for it? Or would you like them like to keep it the same as I've set them? And if that's something you switch backwards and forwards, well, sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't.
You might want that then to be a quick something in your screen there that you can access at any time.
And you can change that down there.
Really good. I like that. I like the fact that you can really not only do it with the buttons, but you've got that extra ones in. So now, what's that now? 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 locations now that we're up to that we can assign. That's before the pitch bend and modulation. That's before the foot switches.
That's right,
I mean, there's just so many. I like that.
Maybe if there's anyone who's watching who has a specific use case for wanting
put them in, send it in the comments. If there's anything in there that you've got your Genos 2 at home, you think, I've found this, it's a brilliant thing that I use on my assignable switches or in the screen, please let us know. Answers in the comments below, so that when I get my Genos 2 I can copy and use at home. So no, it's good. I like that one. It's good. Right. Thanks, Simon.
You're welcome.
Don't forget, check us out at scan.co.uk for the very best pricing on Genos 2. So we'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.